Alright, so this is home for the next couple days, or next couple nights. Just gotta set up the tent first. Hey guys, how are you doing? We're here in Oregon, specifically Cannon Beach. We're doing a little bit of camping. We decided to try out camping with our baby. We wanted to see how it would go, and we're hoping we can do it more. So we came in yesterday evening. I was supposed to do a little bit more vlogging yesterday, but it was a little bit more difficult than we expected, and yeah, it was definitely tricky. So I had to focus on getting set up, keeping him calm, and trying to cook the food at the same time. And that was definitely challenging. So I didn't have enough time to set up shots or vlog or do anything like that. So this is the second day now. I think we've learned a few things. Today should be smoother. We are gonna try to get to the beach and yeah, just spend the day there. We'll see what happens. And we're out for lunch, probably at least my favorite seafood place here. The beach was cool, but it's getting dark now, it's getting late. We were able to get a dinner in while he was sleeping. Gotta get him fed now though. Gotta get all cleaned up before it gets too dark. That was a problem yesterday. Way too dark by the time we'd finished cooking dinner and eating. So it was a little bit hard to get everything cleaned up. Not gonna make that same mistake again. And this guy isn't as cranky, so that'll help a lot. Are you? Hey guys, so it's been a few days now since we got back from camping. I didn't get a chance to record or do anything like that after. I had to start my work set the day after, and yeah, I just didn't have time. I was just looking at my intro and I don't know why I'm looking so angry or sad. I wasn't. That's how it came off as. I don't know why. So as you saw, we went camping in Oregon. We also went to Salem and to Portland for a little bit of shopping. That's going to be another video, so stay tuned for that. In terms of this video, I wanted to talk about our camping experience with baby. It was our first time camping with him, and it was definitely different from our previous camping experiences. So just a little bit about our trip. We found it way more difficult than expected to camp with a baby. I think in the back of our minds we were expecting to do a little bit of relaxing. That went out the window right when we got there, and we realized that really quickly. So I just wanted to mention a few things that might help some people when they're taking their baby camping for the first time. These are just things that we definitely learned the hard way. In terms of your timeline, say you're planning a camping trip, just keep in mind that you're probably going to take, say, double the time that you normally would. Managing their feeds, their milk, their diapers, that all takes a lot of time. For us, the feeding especially. When we would be stopped for meals and we'd have to feed baby, it can take anywhere between half an hour to an hour to eat. So things like that just adds up and adds to your travel time. It's also a great idea to give your baby a break every 2 to 3 hours so he's not just sitting in a seat the whole time. Some babies can tolerate this really well. Ours cannot. He can't stop moving, so when he's sitting there for an extended amount of time, he's gonna get whiny. It's also not fair for him to be sitting there for 4 hours at a time. Just like us, they need to stretch your legs as well and get moving around. That's another thing we struggled with. We felt really bad that he was sitting there for long periods of time, so whenever we got a chance, we'd just take him out, even for a while, let him run around, walk around for a little bit with us. That seemed to work well, but of course our baby wanted more playtime and we just couldn't do it to make sure our travel time wasn't too long. So we just decided to go south a little bit. One more thing about talking about time, if I was gonna plan another camping trip, I would probably book or plan for an extra day wherever I'm camping, just so that I would have one more day to relax or to do things that maybe I skipped or didn't have time for in the previous days. Safe environments is another topic I want to address. Obviously, if you're not used to backcountry camping, don't take your baby there. Of course, it's important to keep your area as safe as you can. Our baby could not stop moving. He just wanted to run around and he got really upset every time we'd stop him. But it has to be done. This is a totally new environment for him. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what's bad. He doesn't know what's harmful. So we gotta step in. So lastly, preparation and organization. Of course, while camping and doing anything like that, you should be prepared anyway, but even more so when you have a baby with you. You gotta make sure you have enough cool and warm clothes for them. Make sure you have plans for if they get sick. Make sure you have enough diapers. Make sure you have enough formula or food for the baby. See, if I was camping, it wouldn't really matter too much. I would prepare a little bit, but I would find ways to survive. With a baby, it's a little bit more temperamental and it's a lot more responsibility. But it's a responsibility that can't be ignored or be taken lightly. So we found that in the midst of getting your tent set up, trying to start a fire, trying to cook dinner, trying to eat dinner, and trying to get everything clean, one of us had to be with them while the other one was doing a little bit of work. That wasn't something we were used to. Usually, we both team up and get things done while camping. I mean, it was just the two of us, and there was nobody else to watch the baby while we got stuff done. So in terms of that, it felt a little slower, it felt inefficient, and it was just hard keeping him calm at the same time. Which is why I didn't really do any vlogging, especially that first day. Another thing that made things inefficient was my wife packed everything. She did a wonderful job getting everything ready, but since I was working before we left, I didn't take part in packing any of the supplies, so I didn't know where anything was. I had to keep asking her where things were, but we still got through it, and mostly everything was okay. Now, I say mostly, because by the end of the trip, not just the camping part, the end of the whole Oregon trip, our baby got sick. We noticed he didn't really have an appetite. He wasn't really eating. Actually, I think he was skipping complete meals. He would barely even take milk. And this got us a little concerned. But we were thinking that because of the constant change in environment and all the traveling and all of that was just getting to him, and that he would be a little bit more normal once we got back home. But by the last night, he definitely had a fever. That coupled with episodes of vomiting and diarrhea, yeah, he was sick. So I was thinking a virus or some type of viral infection, and going along with being prepared, it was a good thing we had his Tylenol with us. But now baby's fine. He did develop a little bit of a rash, but that cleared pretty quickly. There's still a little bit left, but it's almost gone. So I have to reiterate being prepared. It's always a great idea, and simple things like having Tylenol with us saved me a trip from running around a town that I don't really know. And I think I'll end with that. So take care, and I hope your camping trips turn out well.